Fast food worker facing charges accused of shooting and killing a customer in Kissimmee.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I just hit about a video. It was gonna hop right into it. So, if you are fairly new here, you probably only know the other background. But I went back to the couch. If been here, you seen the couch before. So, yeah. But today we will be talking about a shooting that took place at Checkers. The Checkers crash out, as I'm liking to call it. So, this took place in Kissimmee, Florida. Elijah Mackey, 23 years old, is accused of shooting and killing a customer, and he is being charged with premeditated murder with a firearm. So we don't really, usually I get into what's the penalty on this, and that. When it's a crime that we ain't gonna know, but we know, premeditated murder with a firearm. He's getting at least life, so at least 25 years. It could be worse, but at least 25 years. So what they are reporting that happened. The customer was getting food from the front window when he began arguing with a female employee. Then Mackey climbs out the drive-thru and walks, and he asked to speak with the manager. The customer did. Mackey climbs out the drive-thru, which is nuts already, because why you ain't just walk through the building? Climbed out the drive-thru and walked to the front of the restaurant to talk to the customer. A witness said the customer called Mackey a derogatory term, which reportedly is pussy. I'll get into that a little bit more. Then Mackey pulls out the gun and shoots him in the chest. So, to give a little bit more details on what took place, what they are saying happened, after, he climbs out the window and goes to the front. The altercation was, with the female employee at first, was about getting more mayonnaise packets. So, and in all honesty, though, these restaurants do be hoeing these niggas on the sauces. Now I have heard that they be making motherfuckers pay for their sauce. So I can see catching a little attitude if I told you, bruh, you gonna have to pay for this, and that. You keep getting on my ass. But getting a whole altercation with it because, nigga, first of all, getting a whole altercation about mayonnaise is crazy. We ain't even talking about no good ass sauce, though. We ain't talking about no buffalo, no sweet and sour barbecue, honey mustard. Especially Bojangles honey mustard. I can see you get mad about that shit. But, motherfucking, we talking about mayonnaise? At Checkers? My nigga was tweaking about. But they do be hoeing niggas on the sauces. So I get being a little angry about that. But how angry can you be? Like, how bad could what I was thinking reading the story, he had to be, some type of romantically involved with this woman for him to, for her to get in an argument, and he'd be so mad that he climbs out the drive-through window. Like, imagine, next time you go through a drive-through, please look at the window. This nigga climbed out the window, especially if one of them slime bitches where you can really only get through half that motherfucker. He is wow. So, basically, like I said, get over in mayonnaise packets. He climbs out the window, goes there. He says, they get an altercation. I said, the derogatory term is pussy. Reportedly, this nigga said, you think I'm pussy, and then shoots him. And then he flees the scene, and they find him under a stairwell at a celebration suite. So, that's, pretty much all to the case. Now, I think it might be a video to it. I don't know. I couldn't really find it, but it is reportedly. It probably is a video to it, just knowing it's a Checkers, but they probably haven't released it. So, when they get around to releasing that shit, something like that, we'll probably talk about it and, any updates in the case. But yeah, that's all for right now. That nigga, the Checkers crashed out. That's what I'm finna call him. He really crashed out. And he really crashed. He basically crashed out about a bitch. And a bitch and mayonnaise packet got you throwing away your life. Think about that. But that's all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I just hit that bottom video, and we out.